It's impeccable. Really nice, really nice. This piece has so many different moods and varieties of sounds and colors. So that's kind of what I want to work on with you today. I think you're really nailing the opening and the close. Everyone was just waiting for your sound to evaporate. That was so impeccable and amazing. In the middle section, we have a big contrast to the outer sections, right? And there's even some words and instructions on what we're supposed to be doing with our sound. When we get to, let's see, where do you think the most passionate part or the most exciting moment is? Where would you say? The climactic moment for you. Around there? Okay. Is there another spot maybe too? Let's go a little further. Third page. Right here. What are these words? What does it mean? Like fiery with fire. So I want to work on our fire. I think you're really good with your calm and cool playing, but I want to work on the fieriness in your playing. So will you just play the downbeat of 58 and hold it? This is a forzando, okay? Just the first pitch. I want you to really zing. Even more from the stomach. Yes. Can you play this whole measure with that much sound, and then at the breath, you can come back down and rebuild. Good. And these breath marks aren't just a breath. I think it's also a moment of like silence or a palate cleanser. And I think that you could take more time there and then let the sound ring, especially in this big room. It's kind of boomy before you start your next phrase. Okay? I want you to try this one more time, and I want you to think about intensifying your air even more, almost like hissing like a cat. I practiced it, but just more intense, more intense. Your stomach engaging down here? Yes. So when you're breathing in, but you're also pushing out. When you're blowing through the clarinet, you're also pushing out with the stomach. Can you just do this phrase one more time, thinking about the lower stomach? Lovely. Now start the next phrase how you want. When we come in the next phrase, we have this instruction, a stringendo. What does this mean, stringendo? In English or Spanish? So getting faster little by little. Yes, exactly. So what if you started it slower so that you can go faster later? Save it a little bit. Pace yourself. Good. Now what if we added a crescendo to it too? It's a lot to ask. Take your time. Excellent. So making bold statements and not being in a hurry. It's not like there's a bunch of people watching you right now. I know, this is one of the most nerve-wracking experiences, is playing in front of a bunch of clarinet players, and you're doing amazing. May I ask how old you are? 21? Wow, you're so brave. I'm inspired. Just besides the louds being more fiery and taking more time between sections to really sell the mood, I think those are the big things that came across to me. I really love your refined playing. You just have such a gorgeous sound, but I think you can just be more excited with the passionate parts. If you even think of a story, maybe you're at the mall shopping and someone just cut you in line and you're getting mad, and then the cash register is closed and then you have to go into another line and you're just getting angry. But if you could just channel some kind of story into what you're playing so that the audience is also going to be able to relate to that. Do you ever get mad? Yeah? What makes you mad? She's so polite. She never gets mad. I'm sure that you can think of something that makes you angry, right? So I think you can channel all of that energy into your playing. Right now, I can tell you're a really sweet person because you play really sweetly, and I enjoy it so much. But I want more fire and rage. Okay? Do you have some comments?
So really great job. Really, really good performance. How many of you have played this piece? Yeah. You were very brave. It's hard enough playing at a clarinet event, let alone, something that people know. But, one of the amazing things that you all know about this piece is that it gives you so much instruction, right? So many different instructions to pretty much tell you how to play it, and you're doing such a great job bringing out all of those instructions. Really, really terrific job. There are a few things that I wanted to touch on just to try to make it more vivid. Whenever we're playing alone, unaccompanied, we have the opportunity to be as vivid and dynamic as possible, right? I mean, how many of you have seen an opera singer up close? The makeup, it's intense, right? It's so the people in the back row can see their expressions. And so, as performers, we kind of have to do that as well, where we make the louds very intense, we make the softs very intense, which is something that I do really well, and you do a fantastic job. I'm very jealous of you. So, can we start at the top and just do a little bit and see if we can maximize contrast? So, make it as vivid as possible. And you're doing a really great job. One other thing is these long music start listening? I know, it's a tricky finger pattern, right? Can you play it slowly? Da da dee da dee da. Okay, so you're using the forefinger there for the B flat. Good. Okay, now I want you to follow my pulse. I'm going to give you the pulse of the quarter note as we go through all of these instruments. We've got ritenuto, we've got stringendo, and then we've got poco tenuto. Get started right here. Good. So the ritenuto actually starts. It starts here. So this slows down a little bit. We have. This slows down a little bit into the stringendo, right? Can we try it? Starting. Yeah, that's the idea. And so you can by grouping these notes together in a logical way, instead of trying to think of 16/8 bar, you can manipulate your pulse. So you can keep track of where you are. Right? And it lets you practice it with a metronome more easily as well. So you get your technique down. That also happens here. It's right there. John, try this over here. Okay. It's right here. And I'm going to give you a pulse. Oh, slow down. Dee da dum, ba da dee da dum. Ready? And. Let's try it really, really slowly. Last time, ready? And.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So, something that you can take from this is slow it way down. And that's how we should really be practicing as much as possible. Slow it down as much as possible so that we can play it perfectly before we pump it up. And with something like this, there's no time signature. So we want to break it down so that we can keep track of where we are. It gives us landmarks and it lets us practice more. Yeah. I think we're out of time. But really great job.
Quartet next? Or?
I think we have a bass duo.
Oh, a bass duo is next? Okay.
So we're going to relax.
Right. Should we move the piano back out a little bit?
You know, it's not like Dolly. It's not.
Hey, hello.
Yeah,
No, piano usually doesn't move because
Okay.
the content.
Okay.
Do you all want to introduce yourselves and what you're going to play?
Sure. I'm Rick,
I'm Lindsay.
and we're going to be playing Toccata Fugue for two bass clarinets by Johann Sebastian Bach, arranged by the one and only Jonathan Russell, who's here today. Not in this room, right? I'm gonna get scared for a minute. Dealer's choice. You can either start with fugue or the toccata, okay?
Our choice.
Our choice? Just do it. After.
Yeah, it's a lot of those. There's a lot of those. We'll talk a little bit about that too.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll start at the top. Well, you start at the top, and I want you to think dramatic. Because, right, I mean, this is like one of the most dramatic openings of any game, right? I want you to portray that to your audience. Not only in how what you play, but how you physically present yourself when you play. That was dramatic.
It was.
That's good. All right. we have to control what happens to pitch when we get inside, which is, particularly delicate interval as well. Yeah. All right, let's try it again and see if we can tighten up those. I love the energy. It was very dramatic.
And watch each other.
scoot forward a little bit, please. Hello, we are the Audible Noise Clarinet Quartet. We are based at Arizona State University, and we'll be playing the queer language quartet that we commissioned by Sarah Lucas Page, who is in the back right over here. We'll be playing the third and second movement. The third and second movement. Want to tune?
Yeah. Can we just slow it down once? One, two, three, and. Okay. Now faster. One, two, ready, and. That matches better. See, that works with your outfit. That's great. That's great. So another thing I noticed about this section, and there's also information on the 8th to 16th. Some of us are playing the 16th faster. But if we could keep that meter really, and I know sometimes it's awkward, but avoid rushing the 16th. I would like to hear this section one more time, thinking about the 16th being very constant. Very cool, very cool. Some other things that I want to work on. How are our slaps coming along? Feel really comfortable with them? Do you want, what kind of slaps did you want, Sarah? Do you want like quiet slaps? Do you want loud slaps, pitch slaps, just a slap? Loud and or soft? Are there varieties in here? Okay. So you have some loud ones, right? Yeah, how are they going? Not loud. Okay. I just want to work. How many of you practice slapping? Is this okay? So step one, you can try this all with your reed or your finger in the audience. If you can just make your embouchure and then grab the reed with your tongue, make a little suction. It's actually in an anchor tongue position. So the tip of the tongue, for me, and not everyone slaps this way, but for me, I put the tip of my tongue below the bottom teeth. And if you can just grab the reed and make a pop without moving the jaw. I know, not what you expected today. And then trying it just on your mouthpiece. And I suggest doing this with bigger reeds first. It's much easier. And then you can refine the motion as you get going. Getting the same pop without the area. Yeah. Can you make the tip of your tongue go below your teeth? It feels weird, right? We've been told tip of the tongue, tip of the reed all the time, right? But if you're doing this slap technique, the tip of the tongue is actually down here, and it feels a little awkward at first. I think that's getting the tip of the tongue out there. Yeah. So then once you're ready, you can do a little cough of air, and then, sorry, slap, then cough. I have it backwards. So slap, then cough. And depending on how loud you want it to be, so Sarah has this one marked fortissimo. Or, I mean, you can have little soft ones. It's the what?
Cane.
It's the cane? Oh.
I'm being bullied.
I'm sorry, I'm bullied. No. I do think it's the tongue position. I do think it's the tongue position. I'm gonna rescue you. Okay. But it took several months to get this slap down, and playing in the mirror every day, crying. No, not really. But like sometimes. You can bruise your tongue if you're not careful. So a little goes a long way. I would say practice it maybe 2 to 5 minutes. It's part of your warm-up. So you're doing it every day, and you'll see the progress slowly. But don't just try to say, I'm going to slap today, because you will burn your tongue. There's like 9 muscles, or how many muscles in there, tongue guy? 9? Yeah, you'll burn your muscles, just like working out. You'll overdo, and it hurts, and there could be bleeding and broken reeds. So like 5 minutes a day, just looking in the mirror, making sure your jaw's not moving. That's the next step. After you get the tongue and the tongue position, and then the cough of air coordination. So it's slap, cough. Okay, slap, cough. I'm not going to make you do it right now, but that'll give you more probably takes months and months and months, okay? Other things, I really love the slow, pretty movements, and I need to give my husband an opportunity to work with you all, so I'm gonna shut up now. I had other things, but I'll tell you after.
Can we tune?
I just had one thing.
Yeah.
I know it sounded great.
Can we tune real quick?
Well, I'm gonna stick with this.
Oh.
You all play really well together, considering you don't look at each other. And I mean that like in the nicest way, and it's actually really impressive that everything is so tight. While I'm being very disappointed. Can you start at the top? I harass them, they're my students. Can you start at the top? And can you just play the first bar without looking at the music? See, you don't have to be staring at the music. Okay, start at the top again. Just a little bit more eye contact, maybe not so literal with the, like, firing one out. And just go on a little bit and see if we can just tighten up entrances even more. Good. I don't know about you all, but I found it more engaging as a listener, with them being so interactive with one another. Did you all experience that too? Yeah, and you know, we're not listening to a CD, so we always have CDs, quarter CDs. You know, we have that visual element, and it can enhance the performance. And I think in this case it absolutely does, because you can sense the interaction, you can sense the collaborative nature of it. So I would encourage you to look at it at one another as much as possible. It's like, you don't need to stare at it the entire time. That was the big thing. I know we're running short on. Do we need to wrap up? We do? Yes.
You sound great. I really love when you're looking at each other. It's just more interesting. It's just really interesting. It really makes the music tonight.
Yeah.
Looks like you're enjoying it more.
So you all are performing this at the conference.
Tomorrow. 1:30.
Yeah, so listen. There's a lot more to it.
This is also with tape. So we were skipping a lot and there was a lot missing.
Great job.